Hello 100 Kid Doll, what's up people? Back with another video, and today we're reviewing Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Ipswich Town 2. Before we get into anything though, you know we gotta do the shout outs. Massive shout outs to Angel Care Homes for all your care needs in the Black Country and Birmingham area. Massive shout outs to Mark Darcy for all your formal menswear needs. And of course the Desi Ballers highlighting all South Asians at all levels in the beautiful game. I'll put their details in the description, so make sure you check them out. And if you're brand new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button and turn the notifications on. We've hit over 1,000 subscribers, been going just over a year now, but we want to hit 5k by the end of the season. Shout out all you legends that have subscribed and engaged and interacted with the channel, but we want to keep growing. So make sure you tell your friends, family, and like I said, if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free, man. You ain't got to pay a thing to get all this quality content. But let's get to it then. So as I said, I'm a match preview, which if you ain't seen, it's on YouTube. So make sure you check that out. But as I said then, it's going to be the first time, or it was the first time, that I was in that away end at Molineux. I'd seen Ipswich many times over the years at Molineux, but never been in that away end. And it's probably one of the most awkward away ends I've been to, and it's not like a disrespect or anything, just the layout, man, because it's obviously we're all on the bottom tier, on the lower tier, but it felt like, I don't know, you can get a bit disjointed. But listen, we know what it's like at Portman Road, and I'm in section 6, and you can hear one chanting section A in a cobbled block A, one in section 5, and we're stuck in section 6. Do you know what I mean? But so kind of syncing the chants and all the rest of it, that's not new to us, if you like. So we were loud and we were in good voices, and I had lots of friends and family in different parts of the stadium on Saturday, and they said to me that we were the loudest that they'd had this season, and probably the loudest they've had at Molineux in a very long time, man. So big up all the tractor boys and tractor girls that were there in fine voice. And yeah, man, it was just a really, really good atmosphere. And I want to say a massive shout out to Harry Adams. Harry Adams, absolute legend. So I don't know what I did. I've got one of my phones. It must fall out of my pocket. I must put it on the side or something. I don't even know. But at half time, I was like, yo, where is my phone? And I couldn't find it. Went on to find my device on Google on the other phone. Could see it was somewhere there. Thought I'll worry about it at the end of the game. Come to the end of the game, I could see it going up the Stafford Road towards the train station. Managed to call it, he answered, and he left it at the train station for me, and we did get it back, man. So yeah, absolute massive shout out to Harry Adams. He sits in the Sir Alf Ramsey upper. So if you do see him around, please buy him a pint for me, and I'll buy you a pint when I see you. It's just that I'm in section 6, man. I'm on the other side of the pitch. I'm not going to see him. Or Harry, if you do see this, what's our next away game? Arsenal away. Come find me, man. Let's get a drink or something. Big up you, you absolute legend. But yeah, so obviously I'm in the ground. Big up Papa Biz and my uncle, my cousins. They were literally just above the away dugout. So they were there in the kind of corporate area. If you look after the Connor Chaplin goal, I have, well, Doherty goal or whatever, I'm saying Chaplin's goal, but after that goal you can see I do kind of get him on camera as I'm panning around. But yeah, man, the game itself then, so both teams started quite bright. I mean, I thought we were good in possession. We were finding space down the wing. As I predicted, they left a bit of space, so we were looking to exploit that, but they had a few chances as well, and maybe we gave away a few sloppy free kicks and that, but I didn't really capitalise with it. Like, ball comes in, gets cleared, and then they try to recycle it, and before you know it, they're going back to their keeper. So they weren't, although they had possession, they weren't really doing a lot with it, and they just didn't look, I mean, some of those players didn't look comfortable on the ball. That's how I looked at it. Do you know what I mean? That's how I seen it from where we were. And then, you know, we've got a few opportunities, and I think Chaplin has an opportunity which is blocked, and then you're thinking, okay, we're getting close here. I think Morsey fouled? I can't remember who was fouled. Maybe it was Omari was fouled around in the halfway on the kind of right wing. Morsey has a free kick, goes towards the back post. We get a corner from that. Leaf tries a low corner, they defend it, get it away from there. But you know, we're looking positive and we're thinking, okay, today might be the day we break that set piece hoodoo, so to speak. You know, Wolves had conceded 15 set piece goals, excluding penalties at that point. So if there's going to be any team that we're going to score a set piece against, it was going to be Wolves, or certainly we thought so anyway. And then the breakthrough moment, you know, Doughnut, what a player, man. He was just bullying them. I saw an interview with Gary O'Neill, former Wolves boss. Gary O'Neill's former now, isn't it? He basically said it looked like under 18s type of thing. And it did. It looked like, you know, he just bullied him. Like, he got down that wing, and then once he was in the box, he's like, you can't foul him. And the thing is, the lap had done that earlier, like maybe like 5 minutes beforehand on the left-hand side, like right in front of us. And then kind of like, it was a bit of 50-50, weren't it? I don't think it was a penalty, but it was kind of pushed down or whatever. Although I have seen them given, so, you know, he'd already done it. That should have been the warning sign for Wolves. But yo, they weren't paying attention, because then he just bullied Semedo. I think, was it Semedo? I can't remember if it was. But he just bullied them, man. Like, mate, come on. It looked like men v boys. Like, that's what it was. It looked like Liam Doughnut was playing for a man's team, and the Wolves man was playing for like a under 12s or something. Like, you know, when you, like, it reminded me when my little brother was getting a bit older and we used to play football in the garden. I used to play with him and my cousins and that and all the rest of it. I used to just like hold them off and all the rest of it, and then just do 1-2 touch and score a goal. That's exactly what it looked like. Really good. So yeah, really good play from Doughnut. Strong running. You know what he offers. He finds a really good pass. I say really good pass. He finds a good pass. It's slightly behind Amari, because I heard some people saying, "Oh, Amari should have hit it first time," but there's no way he's hitting that first time. And no disrespect, the people saying hit it first time haven't really played football, because if Amari hits that first time, the ball's behind him. So what's he going to do? He's going to try and lean back. What happens when you lean back? The ball goes high. So if Amari leans back, he might not hit that on target. That might go over the bar. Do you know what I mean? Or wide or whatever. So he did the right thing and he cut in, had the shot. Obviously well defended by Wolves. I think they had about 10 men on the line anyway at that point. And then it comes out to Chaplin, and fair play, man. He takes the shot. It's on target. And I think then, man, is it Toti Gomez? I think he goes to head it as like a clearance. And as he heads it, I think it hits the back of Dougherty and then goes in. Now, for me, and on the vlog, I gave it as Chaplin's goal because the shot was on target. And I know it's been cleared, but you could say it's kind of just cannoned off. Either way, the shot is on target. So for me, that's a Connor Chaplin goal, man. So yeah, man. Connor Chaplin makes it 1-0, 15 minutes gone. And we're thinking, you know what? These are there for the taking. Now let's get that second goal. But then almost instantly, it might have been like 5 minutes after or whatever, the man, was it Lamina, I think, or was it, I can't remember who it was. Was it Lamina? One of them, man, has a chance, golden opportunity to put them back in the game, one-on-one with Muric. And first, I thought Muric saved it and it was a corner. But then I seen everyone lining up for a goal kick and I'm like, hey. So yeah, the man was like, I don't know what it means, like 6 yards out, 8 yards out, and skied it over the bar. I think he thought he was playing rugby, but I don't know, man. So obviously, at that point, we are hanging on a little. And, we want to get to half-time, make it 1-0, regroup and go again. And yeah, half-time comes. It's fair to say, I think Wolves finished the half stronger, but for all their possessions, they just weren't clinical. The Wolves that I remember seeing under Nuno, and I know it's been a while since that, but Nuno's Wolves were clinical. I remember they had Jimenez up front. Jimenez had him up front, and he was probably like the third or fourth best striker in the league at the time. So they scored goals for fun, and now they couldn't finish their dinner. So then second half comes about, and obviously they make a substitution and they bring on Tommy Doyle. And straight away they looked on it. He is a tidy player. Why he didn't start, I don't know, because as soon as he was on the pitch, Wolves looked more threatening. They were getting forward, they were breaking lines, And we were really defending, we were pretty much on the back foot from the off, but we had to defend our lines and we defended well. There were a few opportunities where maybe they could have done better. I think, is it that Bellegarde? I think, he does the hard part, like he takes the touch really well, like in terms of brings it down, and then he just tries a bit too much and then he runs it out of play. And then they brought on that, is it Guades? They brought him on the wing and he looked really good. And from the conversations I had with my cousin and my uncle, they were saying, that Bellegarde is a centre midfielder. So he was playing as a right winger when you had Guades, who's a natural right winger, on the bench. So you can kind of see why Gary Neal got sacked, man. Like, he's obviously got a beef with the man, but you need to put your beefs aside and get your points on the board. But yeah, I'm glad he didn't start him, because that Guades was quality. He got down that wing, he beat Leif Davis a few times, got down that ring really well, and then they get the breakthrough moment. Cunha gets the wrong side of Harry Clark, and then he has a shot. I don't know if someone said it had a deflection. I've not really seen it properly. Don't know if it did have a deflection, but it went at the near post. And for me, the keeper shouldn't be beaten at their near post. Whether he's anticipating the shot to go across or whatever, but yeah, man, maybe he could have done better. And, maybe Clark should have done better in the recovery or covering. But yeah, so then they've got the equaliser. And at that point, Wolves were on the up. They're on the ascendancy. Cunha has another chance, gets in behind Harry Clark again. And he kind of snatches at his shot. Rebound falls back to him and he smashes it over. Guades again has a chance and Larson fires wide. So they were having a couple of chances and they were looking. Even then, man, was it Tommy Doyle or whatever? I think he's in possession. And he has a bit of a speculative shot from distance, or is the best way I can describe it. But they were putting the pressure on and they were saying, look, we want 3 points. But we did too. And Burns, who I thought had a really good game, by the way. Burns got down the wing, fires a ball across, and it kind of like, it was a similar height to the Laps goal against Brentford, but this one it's come off its knee, man, and just gone wide. Sammy then picks out Burns as well, who has a really good shot, but equally it's a really good save from Johnston. He parries it wide. And then like right in the 90th minute, Leif Davis is smashed down, really. Like the closest thing to ABH. Anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul, but referee went Stevie Wonder, didn't see an issue. And we played on. Ali obviously come on as well, and Jack Taylor, who I thought was positive, and obviously we'll get onto his goal in a minute, but Ali has a chance, did really well to get, twist up the defenders, but he's just falling backwards, and I think he just ran out of a bit of steam when he got his shot away. But, really, really positive from Ali on that part. And then Leaf has a cross which is headed out, and the defender heads it. Looks like it might be going for a throw in, but just goes out for a corner. And then Jack Clark. Now I've watched this goal over and over again, as I'm sure many, many Town fans have. I'm not gonna say too much because obviously, look, it's an assist for Jack Clark, but the way the team it lines up, and if you look at the movement, I think that Jack Clark has meant to be going near post, and he's overhit that cross. That's what I think. So I think he's overhit it, but hey, it all worked out. And Jack Taylor, take a bow. Man rolls like a salmon, highest in the box, higher than Snoop Dogg on the moon. That's how high he got, and powered it home. First set piece goal of the season. First Premier League goal of the season for Jack Taylor, and an injury time winner for Ipswich Town. But let's take a moment to mention that celebration, man, because those were some scenes. And Jack Taylor, full pelt, shirt off, knee slide, up over the barrier, in front of the weigh-in. What a bloody moment. I'm so glad I got all of that on tape, man. Tape, digital video, you know what I mean? I'm so glad I captured it, basically, man. But, yeah, man, what a feeling. Got his yellow card, obviously. Nice little moment where Sammy picks up his shirt and obviously saying, "Look, man, this is what it's about." Jack Taylor, giving him his dues and that. That was nice. And then kick off, literally from kick off, final whistle, and we are buzzing. It was Harry Clark fist pump time, and we got a little double fist pump instead from him and Jack Taylor. And then Taylor did a little solo one at the end as well, man. But yeah, it was good scenes. And all the fans after, everyone was singing, everyone was buzzing. And then when I spoke to a few of the players after the game, they were all buzzing, really in good spirits. And that's done a lot for the confidence, man, to just say, look, we can kick on, man. Just like we've now, before the game, I think we were probably the highest in the league for points dropped from a winning position. So it was nice to, okay, we got pegged back, but go again, because there was something interesting in that game that happened. And it was, whilst Wolves were pushing us, we then found a second wind and we then started pushing them. And a big part of that was the substitutions. In weeks gone, the substitutions, no disrespect, but they haven't stepped up or they haven't improved us or added anything. Whereas, Jack Taylor and Ali Al-Hamadi especially, I thought they were brilliant. And obviously they made a massive difference, well, as we know. So that really clicked. So, maybe the subs, those things are clicking. We're getting our late winners again. I just go back to what McKenna said when he first come in, and each season since then, when he said it's about building the foundations in the first part of the season, and in the second part of the season you kick on. And I think we're approaching that stage now when we're just gonna kick on, man. So yeah, man, great scenes. That meant I had bragging rights. As you can imagine, I couldn't wait to see my cousins and my uncle. And to be fair, they were very gracious in defeat. Yeah, nice little day out. Like I said, on a personal level, it was wicked to go to the game with my dad, albeit obviously not sitting with him and all the rest of it, but just to take that experience in, and him to really see Ipswich Town in a good light and see what they're about. So let's get some player ratings then. Muric, solid display, caught everything, distribution was good. Put that Bournemouth shakiness behind him. We talk about confidence and confidence players. He seems to be one of those. Really loved the fact that the crowd were getting behind him as well, showing that, look, man, we back you no matter what. And, I'm just trying to think, did he had a, well, no, that guy, he hit it over the bar, but when he did need to make the saves, kept the ball well and obviously wasn't spilling it. Crosses coming in, punched everything, caught everything. Leif Davis, quality from Leif, up and down that wing. Like I said, very unlucky not to get a penalty. And again, I think I saw a stat recently, he's got so many goal involvements. But he's up there with the likes of Cole Palmer for goal involvements this season and stuff like that. He's getting better and better. And as I've said before, he very rarely gives you below an 8 out of 10. And it's only a matter of time before we see him in that England squad. Super Cameron Burgess. What a boy, man. I don't know how Greaves gets in that team. And I think Greaves is going to be looking at that like, what do I have to do? Cameron Burgess, his journey alone at Ipswich Town is massive. I remember I was against Cambridge United and Ironside just bullied him. And now, you look at him and he looks so comfortable in the Premier League. I know there were people writing him off in the Championship saying, oh, he can't make it. He's not good enough for the Championship. And I'm sure there were people writing him off in the Premier League saying, yeah, he's not going to be good enough and all the rest of it. But, he's shown time and time again that he is a bloody good defender. And he's not just a head it, kick it defender. He can find a pass. And he's good with the ball at his feet. We just don't think of it because we just think of all the heading he does, all the clearancing and blocks and all the rest of it. But, he's good with his feet, man. O'Shea, again, like Burgess, heads it, kicks it, wins everything. Thought he did really well. And again, defensively, him and Burgess, they just have that partnership. They seem to know and seem to know what the other one's thinking. They seem to know when to go and when to stick and all these kind of things. So, really solid partnership developing there. Harry Clark, one of his better performances this season. I did read a stat somewhere that in terms of like goals conceded in the games that Harry Clark's been in, I think there's been 5 goals that we've conceded and Harry's been involved in 4 of those. So not great reading. But, that's the thing with playing Harry Clark. Because he's so attack-minded, he's going to leave space behind. And look, he's got to find his feet, his fitness. He's had 2 big Achilles operations. So, I'm confident he'll kind of find his form again. But, he's got to be a bit more switched on. I think between him and Muric, they should have done better for the goal. But look, we won. Harry did all right. I don't want to get onto him too much. So yeah, man, solid performance from Harry Clark, bar that little lapse in concentration. Jens Kallys, what a player. He just dictates that midfield. I was there with some of my friends who don't really watch Ipswich all the time, and they were just saying, look, man, this guy is quality. He's probably one of the best players on the pitch at the time. Obviously come off after 60 minutes. We know he's come back from an injury and he's had a bit of a long-term injury. So, that's the team managing it. So I can expect that he gets that kind of 60 minutes in him each week. And then the substitutions come on. Up until that point, he was really, really good. Got, back to front. You talk about box to box. That was him, breaking lines. And just the way him and Sammy work in that midfield, it's just brilliant, man. It's a really, really good midfield. The Egyptian King, he loves coming back to Molineux and winning. I think he did it with Wigan, he done it with Barnsley, and I think he did it with Borough. But he loves coming back to Molineux and winning. And he was solid, in the middle of the park, again, breaking lines, getting the passing, not worried about jumping in and getting tackles, backing himself to win those balls. And another game that he's gone without getting a yellow card. So yeah, man, big up Sammy Morsey, the Egyptian King, on his return to Wolverhampton. Starboy Amari, I thought this was one of his most mature performances yet. I could hear some people in the crowd next to me saying, oh, Amari, just pass it, just run with it, get rid of it, have a shot. But it was about retention, and he did that really well. I think referees need to do more to protect him because he's getting quite a lot of whacks and, it's not even getting any free kicks. So there needs to be a bit more done there. But yeah, man, solid performance from Starboy. And, it's just dazzling, man. I remember when Leaf played the ball out to him and I thought we was going to get Hull City Part 2 or Man United Part 2 or whatever. Obviously didn't manage to get the shot on, but still took it past one man, got into the ball and then fired it across. And, he was just, everything about him so positive, isn't it? And that 22.5 million is looking like an absolute steal. So yeah, man, big up Starboy Amari. Connor Chaplin, I said many times before, Premier League suits Connor Chaplin, and he proved that. Like, there was one particular pass in the second half where he releases Burns. If Iniesta or Messi or any of these mans had done it, every football page and pundit would be talking about it and wetting themselves about it for days to come. Like, it was an absolutely devastating pass. First touch, knows where Burnsy is. Like, he's just, Connor Chaplin in the Premier League is disgusting. Like, he's a Premier League player. I said it time and time again. He's now getting his opportunities and we're doing well. It's not a coincidence that when Connor Chaplin plays, we look more confident. We look more that, we can take it to a team. We can attack a team. We look like we can be on the front foot more. So, yeah, man, big up Connor Chaplin. Wesley Burns, positive performance from Burns. And you know what? Credit to him, man, for being a man and standing up. Not like that little Kyle Walker in the Manchester Derby the other day. But an 8 Nori, man, Rat Nori as I call him, gave Burns a slap fairly early on. Referee didn't see nothing. But Burns didn't let it affect him, man. And he had a solid game, twisted up 8 Nori all game, which is why he probably lost his head at the full-time whistle. and unlucky not to score. And I think it's only a matter of time before he joins that club of scoring in the Premier League, League One. Has Burnsy scored in League Two? I think so. But yeah, man, I think Wes Burns is going to get a goal sooner rather than later. Liam Delap, I was talking to his old man, and I think it's his mum after the game, just saying, how good he is as a player, and we forget how young he is. Like the power on the man. That first goal was just ridiculous. Go watch it again. It's just like a defender should not be bullied like that in your own hometown. Like the lap says, I don't care where you're at, man. And I'm not saying the two are the same, but it reminds me of how Rooney was when Rooney kind of first burst onto the scene. Like he didn't care who you were. It was just like the power, the pace, and and the attacking prowess or skill or whatever. He utilised that, and that's what the lap does, man. And yes, I know it's another game he hasn't scored, but if it weren't for him, we don't get that first goal. So yeah, man, big up Liam Delap. And then the substitutions, Jack Clark made a few positive runs. Obviously, gets the assist for the winner. Hopefully, that gives him a lot of confidence. But if I'm being critical, I need to see more from him, man. I need to see more from him going forward. And hopefully he can kind of unlock that same ability he had last season for Sunderland. Jack Taylor, what a boy! And in fact, I said it on the Bournemouth match review that a goal was due. Don't believe me? Hold up, let's go find that clip. Really solid performance from Jack Taylor, and he's a player I can feel. A Premier League goal is coming for him soon. See, I told you. I didn't really think it would be a header, but the man rolls up like a salmon. He headed into the back of the net. But yeah, goal aside, I thought he was positive on the ball, looked to get forward. Again winning the ball back in our half as well a few times. And yeah, we know what his range of passes like as well. We know he can find those people. So yeah, man, quality from Jack Taylor. Ben Johnson, I don't think he had to do a lot. Obviously defended quite well. Had a few opportunities to get the ball up the pitch, which he did. And I think he played a part in switching the ball to Leaf, who then obviously wins the corner, which we then score from for the winner. But good to see him back out there. Ali Al-Hamidi, very good performance from him. Obviously, there's a possibility he'll be starting against Newcastle with the lap now suspended. But yeah, I thought he did well to get forward. Unlucky not to score himself. But just like I said with Wes Burns, I think a goal is due for Ali Al-Hamidi very soon. I think before the end of the calendar year, Ali Al-Hamidi will score in the Premier League. So in terms of man of the match, I mean, everyone was absolutely quality. But you know how we do it. We're gonna name three and give it to one. So in third, I've gone for Sammy Morsy. Back in Wolverhampton, controlled that pitch, controlled the game, set the tempo. And again, when we conceded the goal, didn't let our heads get down, and was a big part in us getting that second wind where we eventually got, the winner from. So yeah, solid performance from the Egyptian King. In second, Jens Kajust. What a player, phenomenal. Like I said, Rolls Royce of a player. Him and Sammy together, I don't think we've seen a better partnership between Sammy Morsy and Jens Kajust since Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And I know that's another Snoop Dogg reference, but they did just drop a new album. Although that was a bit disappointing, but that's another conversation. But yeah, really solid performance from Jens Kajust. Slowly getting his minutes up, obviously, in his fitness. But yeah, solid from Jens Kajust. But we are now kind of desperate to see him with a 90. And then man of the match for me was Mr. Cameron Burgess. You right there?
What?
You're just loud, man. I'm trying to record the video.
It's not my fault. I'm just walking across the room and I'm going now.
Hi, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Did you know, man? So it's your birthday, yeah? You know what happened 3 years ago today on your birthday?
Something to do with Ipswich, probably.
Mark Ashton gave you the best birthday present ever.
Me, personally?
Yeah. He appointed Kieran McKenna as manager of Ipswich Town on your birthday.
Great.
And did you know that on our anniversary, it's the day that Ipswich Town were formed?
Yes, I know. That's why you picked the wedding day, you sado.
I didn't think
Everyone...
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. And as I was saying, man of the match for me is Mr. Cameron Burgess. You know, he shouldn't have been on a losing team last week. You know, defended solid. Like I said, he is showing what a Premier League player he is. And if anyone deserved 3 points more than anyone else, it was Cameron Burgess. Defensively solid. You're not going to beat him. And don't even think about putting the ball in the air because, he will win everything, man. But yeah, man, Cameron Burgess, man of the match. So then Doughnut of the day is none other than Mr. Simon Hooper. I was thinking about giving it to Mr. Rayan Aït-Nouri or Mateus Cunha because, losing your shit at the end of the game, don't do that. And Rat Nouri, that's your new name, Rat Nouri. We even had the chat GPT creates a little image for us. Here you go, look. There you go, Rat Nouri. He's another one, man. Lost his shit. Had to get carried off like a toddler. Do you know how embarrassing that must be? Like, you got carried off like a toddler by your teammate. Like, behave. And then you got sent off. Like, you're an idiot, man. But, yeah. I thought, forget all that. And I'm giving it to Simon Hooper for one reason. And it's purely because the man doesn't understand refereeing. Several fouls against Amari Hutchinson not given. And what tops it off was the foul against Leif Davis in the box at the end. Anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick without hesitation. He didn't want to give it because of the controversy. And I think low-key he was bricking it because of what happened with Wolves and Man United and the Onana incident a couple of years ago. So that was playing on his mind. That's my opinion. But yeah, man, he was a donut, man. And just fortunately for us, just like, the last game he refereed for us, the Huddersfield game, we got 2 goals and that was enough. But we got to do better, man. Like, I don't understand how the referee doesn't see it. It's as clear-cut penalty as you're going to see. But like I said before, man, I've done some bit of research and all the rest of it. I'm going to do a video soon, maybe over the summer or whatever. But AI can replace referees and you'll see a return on investment in 10 seasons. So watch out for that over the summer, man. Because, these referees, they're all dusty, man. They're all old. They don't know what they're doing. Just bun them, man. Throw them in the bin and let's start again and let the tech do the job. But yeah, Simon Hooper, Doughnut of the day. So yeah, like I said, buzzing with that. It's our second win of the season. Bragging rights for me personally. And, I'm hoping now that we can just go kick on. There were things that we seen on Saturday that we hadn't before. So like, being pegged back and then pushing on. Not just sitting back and then waiting for that inevitable goal. It was a now we're going to carry on and we're going to try and push up ourselves. And we got a set piece goal. And big up Jack Taylor, who joins 11 players now scoring in League 2, League 1, Championship and Premier League. 4 of those 11 players have all done it for Ipswich Town this season. And I think we'll be on 14 by the end of the season with Cameron Burgess, Ali Al-Hamidi and Wes Burns to score this season in the Premier League. But yeah, man, buzzing with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button and turn the notifications on. And Wolves fans, if you're watching this, make sure you check out the Smoke Box on Colway Road in Wolverhampton. I'll put the details in the description. Their Instagram will be there. Best food. You ain't getting better food around Wolverhampton. Make sure you check them out. Town fans, we're back up in the ends in February, I think it is, against Villa. So head over down to Wolverhampton, get yourself some food from the Smoke Box. And I'm going to end this video in the Punjabi Wolves cave at my uncle's house with my cousin, where this tractor boy was very happy. And I'll catch you on Thursday or Friday for the Newcastle preview. I don't know if I'm going to do it Thursday or Friday. See, this is why you need to put the notifications on, because then you'll get notified as soon as the video comes out. But yeah, man, I'll see you then. Catch you later, peeps. So we're out here, still in Wolverhampton. In the, as you can tell, my uncle, my cousin, big Wolves fans. We're out here. Look at this. Look at that. But Manny, what was the score today, Mush?
We'll catch you at Pullman Road and we'll have the last lap of the league.
Listen, I need to follow another. Yo, Super Jack Taylor. That's what it is, brother.
I don't even know what to say, mate. And honestly,
Yo,
lost for words.
ding dong of a game. I don't know what happened at the end, but yeah, man, upper town and.
We'll see you in the championship next year.
No, you enjoy the championship. We're staying in the Prem. We'll play West Ham in the Prem. You can play Wickham away.
It'll be all championship because that don't read.
Behave. Right, catch you later, peeps.